Picture this. You're scrolling through your phone and suddenly you see a post that makes your blood boil. Someone is completely wrong about something you care deeply about. Your heart rate spikes, you feel the urge to respond. Sound familiar? This exact moment reveals something fascinating. Our ancient brains are completely unprepared for the modern digital world. Nearly half of all Americans now believe we're heading toward a civil war within the next few years. 1 in 5 people think political violence is justified. All around the globe, people are seeing their neighbors not as fellow humans, but as enemies on opposing teams. Most people blame social media for this division. We've all heard the story. Algorithms create filter bubbles, showing us only what we want to hear while hiding different perspectives. We become more extreme because we never encounter opposing views. There's just one problem: it's mostly wrong. When researchers studied what people actually see online, they discovered something shocking. You're constantly exposed to opinions that clash with your own. The internet throws different perspectives at you all day long. In fact, you're more likely to encounter a provocative opposing opinion online than in your everyday life. Want to know where you're actually most isolated ideologically? Your real life. Your friends, family, and co-workers are far less diverse in their thinking than the strangers you encounter online. The filter bubble exists in your living room, not your laptop. So if we're seeing more diverse opinions online, why aren't we becoming more understanding? Why does the internet make us hate each other more? The answer: your brain is terrible at handling the modern world. For thousands of years, our ancestors lived in small groups. Your brain evolved with one primary job: keep you alive by keeping you connected to your tribe. Being rejected wasn't just painful, it was a death sentence. You might not have liked everyone in your group, but you shared the same culture, threats, and goals. You rooted for the same team, went to the same gatherings. These shared experiences created bonds even when you disagreed. This system worked for millennia. Then, about 20 years ago, something unprecedented happened: social media. Suddenly, your ancient brain was thrown into a digital coliseum with billions of other brains, all shouting their opinions at once. It's like being dropped into a stadium mid-riot, with no rules, no shared goals, and no context. Your brain does what it was trained to do: pick a side, protect the tribe, and treat outsiders as threats. If you're enjoying this exploration of how our minds work, smash that like button and subscribe for more content that reveals the hidden forces shaping our daily lives. Here's what happens when you're online. Your brain automatically sorts people into teams based on their opinions. Scientists call this social sorting. When you see someone expressing a conflicting view, your brain categorizes them as the other team. But unlike your neighbor who waves hello despite disagreeing with you, this online person has no other connection to you. Without these social bridges, their disagreement becomes their entire identity in your mind. You're far less likely to consider anything they say. Meanwhile, people who share your worldview become your digital tribe members. You believe their claims and defend them, even when criticism might be valid. A powerful example of this: just think of how people react to news headlines. If it comes from your side, it's trusted instantly. If it comes from their side, it's immediately dismissed, even without reading it. This is the brain protecting its tribe, not seeking truth. Social media platforms make this worse because anger is the most engaging emotion. The angrier you get, the more you click and share. So algorithms show you the most infuriating disagreement possible. Your brain then does something catastrophic. It assumes everyone on the other team believes the most extreme version of everything. The worst opinions become representative of millions of people. Suddenly, half the population seems not just wrong, but actively evil. All the complex aspects of your identity get flattened into simple team membership. You're either Team A or Team B. This isn't just annoying, it's dangerous. When we see neighbors as fundamentally evil, democracy breaks down. How can you compromise with evil? But understanding this process is the first step to breaking free from it. The old internet worked better for our brains. Instead of one massive digital town square, people spread out into thousands of smaller communities, forums, bulletin boards, specialized websites with their own cultures and rules. These smaller spaces functioned like real communities. If you didn't fit in one place, you could find another. There were no algorithms keeping you angry and engaged. Most importantly, these communities were separated by digital geography. You couldn't accidentally stumble into heated arguments with people from completely different communities. So what can we do? First, remember that social media hacks your tribal instincts. When you feel anger or instant agreement, pause. Ask yourself, am I responding to what this person said or to the team I think they're on? Second, seek out smaller, focused online communities built around shared interests rather than shared outrage. Join forums for your hobbies or profession where you interact with people as full humans, not team representatives. Third, practice intellectual humility. People who disagree with you aren't evil. They're responding to different information and experiences. They might be wrong, but they're probably not malicious. A good mental habit? Try saying, I might be wrong, but so might they. That simple phrase opens space for curiosity, not just conflict. Finally, remember we're all humans facing the same challenges. We all want happiness, safety, and thriving children. Our differences are often tiny compared to what we share. The social internet has given us incredible gifts: instant access to information, global connections, platforms for previously silenced voices. But it's also exposed a vulnerability in our psychology that we're only beginning to understand. We can't change how our brains evolved, but we can change how we use these tools. We can choose understanding over victory, curiosity over certainty, connection over conflict. If this video opened your eyes to how your mind works, hit that like button and subscribe for more explorations into the psychology shaping our modern world. Because the more we understand ourselves, the better equipped we are to build the society we want to live in. The digital age is still young. With awareness, intention, and humility, we can figure out how to be human in this new world together.